Mayweather fight. Be better former than Canelo. I think Canelo's a little too big right now. But look, Oscar fought me, so I'm not surprised that you take on a challenge of somebody that you know that he has to be mentally and physically ready for. I mean, look at his career. Look at the divisions in every division, not every division, but look at the divisions that he actually accomplished the world title in, over 7. So, I mean, that's him. So not me.
Is it crazy though? Is it crazy for him to say someone like Canelo? Like a lot of people are like, what are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. You got to ask his motive. I mean, there's, one thing I learned about boxing, there's nothing really crazy. It's sort of something that you got to understand. There's a cause and an effect, and there's a reason that made that become a conversation to people and himself. I guess my whole thing is the fighter would never submit to that he's not able to do what he's done for so long.
Yeah.
Now, when the reality kicks in, first round, second round, third round, then you don't see history making in that moment. You see the history of what it really doesn't do. Make you stronger, make you better, and make you wiser. You know what I mean? So everybody got a reason why they want to do things. I always had a reason. And we got to ask them what's their reason.
Have you had a chance to ask them, like, hey, what's your reason for this?
No, because I had a lot of people tell me what I shouldn't do. I went against the grain. Some would give me the kudos and say I was lucky. I said 10 times, 15 times, 12 times. I mean, I think it comes to the point where I don't feel if myself be the person that says what a person shouldn't do would be a hypocrite. And it would be hypocritical for me to go and now become that and still think people are going to respect what I say. Because I'm like this, you think you can do it and you really, really believe it and you put the work ethics into it and you already have, which most people don't have in boxing, the percentage is very small, a legacy that can at least have people thinking, maybe he can, maybe he can't. Then do what you do until you can't do it no more. But I'm definitely not in that mind frame because you've been asked. I know you didn't ask, but it's been asked.
No, I asked you.
Yeah, it's been asked. I mean,
yes,
but it was ironic is,
yeah.
I just want to speak on one more. What is ironic, and not even ironic, what is like kind of like being overlooked and underappreciated, I think that's more the proper word to use, sentence. I stopped boxing at 52 when those are coming back after being inactive for over 10 years, which is a long time. And it's become a frenzy and also a shit show. Boy, how we forget that less than 5 years ago, the alien, Bernard The Executioner, won titles in his 50s and 40s and was defending them. But all of a sudden, 5 years or less, it might be off one or two, this frenzy took over as a plague, pandemic. And they forgot about me. What I done, that quick. It ain't personal, it's the way it is. People have short memories, so others remind them. And us, I'm guilty of it too. Oh, I'm absolutely guilty of it. Years ago, it's been 20 years, I've been guilty of it. Let me make that clear. But I understand it. I also know that I can help somebody else right now and actually speak about it and let them understand, like, you know what? I didn't even think of that. You know, I'm so caught up in, this guy is 47. This turned a baby 52. Don't you know B-Hop was defending titles in his 50s?
And against guys in their
Don't you
primes.
know this guy, Bernard, was in Canada doing push-ups in the 5th round while a young guy that's 20 plus years younger?
Let me ask you on him.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who's been motivated by the grandfather energy juice that Bernard drink is called life? His name is Jean Pascal.
He got popped before his fight with Badu Jack with like 4 or 5 substances. You fought him. 2 questions. One, did you have a suspicion at all that he was involved in that kind of stuff? And
No,
what's
he
your
kept telling me take the shot. I mean, not the shot. Don't bloop that out. I need that to go viral. I need that to go. No, let me tell you something.
That'll be the quote, the title.
Everybody know about that shot. But listen, I'm still trying to get a ring from him. But look, let me tell you something. No, take it if you need it. But look. Now, he'd been banned, or he's been accused of using banned substance by the WB,
EPO,
WB,
no,
WBC.
VADA.
Vada. Okay. Damn, Gene. He was telling me I was a cheat. You remember that? He was telling me to take the test, not the shot, the test. Look at the fight, man. Go back, look at the second fight. Before the Quebec the first time, second fight was in Montreal. That's when I did the push-ups. Oh, classic. He told me to take the test. That was a sound pitch. I was really disappointed that he didn't take the damn. I mean, I was disappointed that they took the test. So I'm like, but, you know, I'm just hoping there's a whole mix-up, you know, that sort of he got to straighten out. I don't wish ill will on nobody. I like Pascal. We become distant, respectful, I can say, associates. I respect him, he respects me when he see me. I'm in Canada or he's in Miami. Hey, I ain't got no problem with it. But I was kind of like, oh, he was back then, now maybe he should have been taking the test. So,
Bernard, quickly, man, I know you were talking about guys.
First of all, good to see you, man.
Good to see
It's been
you,
a year.
man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
Been
mean,
a while, been too long.
Right,
Yes,
exactly.
You were talking about, you know, you were 52 when you retired. Pacquiao's going to be 42, and he's, you know, like kind of doing the Bernard Hopkins, taking the biggest, baddest guy. A lot of say the biggest, baddest guy in the welterweight division. What do you think about that?
Like he should, but here's Blair, Cobbs.
It's your boy Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing. You damn right.
Damn right.
The great one.
The great one.
You guys can both break it down. Blair, get in this too. Break down both of you guys. Break down the Spence versus Manny. I know you've trained at Wild Card. You know you're with Freddie. Break down the fight, guys.
Go ahead, Blair, because I know you got the strategy.
I'm trying to stay out of it, but I think that Manny Pacquiao has an incredibly good chance to pull off an upset. The youth is going to be powerful. Spence is strong, but he throws everything he has in every single punch. That's a problem, because then eventually, if you're patient enough, you can see all those punches coming. Another problem with Earl Spence. I mean, I've been breaking this guy down. Like, I'll be ready to fight this dude at any time. He don't move his head. His whole defense is here. What happens when you have a guy that throws incredible punches going straight down the middle? I mean, that's the only thing he's not protecting. He has to do this in order to do that.
You think Pacquiao can capitalize on it?
I think Pacquiao just might be able to capitalize if he closes the distance fast enough to get around that big heavy jab that Earl throws. I think he can land it. If you land that big shot, somebody can hit the deck.
You know what I also not add on what his opinion was, but to add on further how this fight how Pacquiao rather should be and will be, and I think that what he has to do to be a really threat early in the fight to get respect from Errol Spence. Pacquiao had and have still, I still see flashes of it. Incredible position in his feet, his legs, and how he moved. If you look at Pacquiao, fights from recent, as a few years ago, definitely when he was younger, Pacquiao beat and positioned a lot of fighters with his feet and his movement. He has a dance rhythm when he attack his target.
He closes that distance.
He's
incredibly fast.
not flat-footed. He's here, he's here, he's here. He stays on his toes. He got a bounce to him. See, if you was a Bruce Lee fanatic like myself, he had a little rock, cat type of walk around. It ain't hard. It ain't nothing where you can deliberately set him up because he sort of sticks in the cement with his feet and he's there. You got time to get out of the way or hit him before he gets you. Pacquiao has that bounce. If I see that bounce early and he moving his hands at the same time, yo, it's gonna be one of those nights where, man, the Pacquiao, if he don't shockingly upset, because I think it's gonna be a shockingly upset victory if he wins, because I don't think that he has enough to keep Spence honest. It keeps Spence, I guess, guessing or waiting. I think that when Pacquiao has always been an energized fighter who energizes you to death, who actually outspeeds you with his feet, his hands, and his IQ, boom, he beat you into submission, is over. But this is a whole new different era of athletes and fighters. Blair is one of them. I just think when you take these young, great future Hall of Famers, and that's a long way down compared to the career they have now, and these 5 or 10 more years that each of them get if they want, as long as they stay healthy. It's a whole new different breed of generation of fighters is not only athletic, but they skillful. And that's when you got, listen, I think of Errol Spence, I think of Blair Cobbs, they out there. It's Ryan Garcia, Mugia. I can go on, and they don't even have to be for my camp. I see a whole new different style, a whole new different mindset in this next generation. And Blair at the front top of that line.
Let me ask you about
Can I say something?
I don't know if that was a good, good conversation.
I think this fight, everything's gonna be based around the first 2 to 3 rounds. Those first 2 or 3 rounds is pivotal because the whole thing is the jab of Errol Spence. If Errol Spence can land a jab, the fight is over. If Errol Spence can't land that jab, the fight is over. So that's
Blair,
what it is.
And you can know Blair been around Freddie Roach too long and been around a lot of people because Blair know when he said the jab. You know why the jab is important? If Spence can control the jab, right?
If he can control that jab,
Pacquiao
with that
because
jab.
Pacquiao do this. Look, Pacquiao's here. Look, his feet moving. So what the jab do is disturbs you. It offsets you, right? So you jump and you don't get hit with the jab because the jab, something else is coming. So that jab, it messes up the rhythm for the fighter to go. It's only when the fighters don't jab and they wait for him to stop, that's when he hits you, boom, boom. And that's why Pacquiao's been great at that. For over 15 years, he's been great at that. Beat you with his legs first into submission, and then he gets you.
Let me ask you this then. Is it better then to do what you said, or is it better for Spence to pressure him, make Manny move on his back foot?
It's better for them to do what they love and what they've been successful with and see who's better at it. Don't change anything.
Don't run in there.
Don't change anything.
Don't run in there thinking that like you running down on Manny Pacquiao is gonna.
No, it ain't a bum rush.
Beat him.
No, this ain't old mob.
Miguel Cotto tried that.
Yeah, this ain't
Boom.
an old mob movie
Quick.
where the young guys coming to knock off the old guy and they get out of the way, get in the car. This is a whole new different thing.
Yeah, I think that because Spence is the most active fighter at welterweight, and Manny throws a lot of punches.
Correct.
A lot of punches are going to be thrown between them, and Errol can't exchange with Manny because Manny, even though he's older, he's still quicker, and he throws in 3s, 4s, and 5s.
And he's listen. He's all right now. He's look fighters that been around as long as Manny is, and seen every style and been in every hostile or pressure or any other fight. Look, the advantage mentally goes to Pacquiao. We all know, as far as the experience of it. That along with a burst of youthful energy that we seen in history in fights where guys we knew that was dangerous, but we didn't know he was going to show up that good. This is that type of feeling when I hear about this fight. And this is like my third really interview deep about it, is that this how I feel about this fight. This ain't no, okay, he's coming to change the guard, boom, it's over. Nah, Pacquiao got pride, man. And he would have coached that you heard Manny said, Freddie Roach, I'm glad he's back home.
If Manny wins, what do you think it does for him in terms of being seen as an all-time great? Does it move? Some people have said it moves him past Floyd. Do you
Say
agree?
what?
If Manny beats Errol, some have argued that it puts him past Floyd.
Now,
as
see how
one of the greatest.
See how he slid out.
Stepped out.
Hold on, wait a minute. Don't take
I'm the greatest. Damn it.
Listen,
I'm the great one.
Listen, now Blair already did his really smart veteran move. So let me do mine second.
Thank you. Thank you, B.I.
Curtain call.